Perth is home to one of Australia's most modern and reliable suburban rail networks. As the city expanded in all directions, trains became the backbone of connecting suburbs to the Perth CBD. What makes Transperth, the company that manages all bus, train, and ferry services, unique is how modernized the system is, having fully electric trains powered at 25 kilovolts AC overhead line equipment, high-speed sections, and rail corridors running down the middle of freeways. Transperth trains have evolved in speed, comfort, and technology. Today, we're taking a full look at every major Transperth train type, explained from the oldest to the newest. We begin with the A series. The A series were Perth's first fully electric trains, entering service in 1991. They marked a major shift from the diesel railcars, and 43 two-car sets were built between 1991 and 1992, numbered from set 01 to 43. In April 1997, a further 5 sets were ordered, entering service in 1998 and 1999, bringing the total amount to 48 two-car sets, which can be coupled up to make 4 or 6-car trains. Each set consists of 2 semi-permanently coupled cars, designated AEA and AEB, both of which have driver's cabs and powered bogies, providing a top running speed of 110 kilometers per hour. Originally, the majority of the A-series trains featured 2 inward-facing rows of bench seats either side of the car, forward of the front set of doors and to the back of the rear set of doors, with 2 seat rows running down each side of the car in between the doors. In this configuration, each car had the capacity to carry 72 seated and 82 standing passengers, giving unmodified, the A-series trains had a total capacity of 308. However, since 2010, all sets have been reconfigured with 2 inward-facing bench rows running the entire length of the car. This reduces the number of seats available but increases standing room capacity. Each car has 1 to 2 wheelchair spaces available. In early 2016, A-series sets 43 and 44 were fitted by Comrail with USB charging ports as part of a 6-month trial which was deemed successful. The USB ports were designed and built by Comrail for the PTA to handle the harsh conditions and were tested to rail specifications. These charging ports are located at the wheelchair bays and on the exterior of the door housing alongside the priority seats and besides the intercarriage gangway door. These trains mainly run on the Armidale, Fremantle and Midland lines, with some services occasionally on the Ellenbrook and Thornley-Coburn lines. From 2024 until the opening of the Thornley-Coburn line on the 8th of June 2025, these trains also ran services on the Yanchep and Mandurah lines, primarily as 4 or 6-car sets, operating services between Coburn and Yanchep. These trains have a strong resemblance to Queensland Rail's SMU 220 series and the closely related 200 series and the IMU 100 series and 120 series. The A-series trains became a familiar sight for the past couple of decades. Their reliability helped build trust in Perth's rail system during its early days of electrification. Introduced in 2004, the B-series trains were initially part of the Mandurah line expansion. 78 3-car sets, numbered from 49 to 126, entered service between 2004 and 2019. These trains can be coupled up to make a 6-car set, and occasionally during NIS runs, not in service, can be seen in 9 or 12-car formations. These trains were built by Downer Rail in Maryborough, Queensland. Each set consists of 3 semi-permanently coupled cars and were designed to use AC motors rather than the DC traction motors like the A series, and have a top running speed of 130 kilometers per hour. These trains have a strikingly similar design to Queensland Rail's IMU 160 and SMU 260 units, and also a similar design to the V-Line Velocity DMU and Adelaide Metro's 4000 class EMU. These trains regularly run services on the Airport, Ellenbrook, Mandurah, Yanchep and Thornlie Curban lines. Due to insufficient platform lengths, the B series trains on the Airport, Ellenbrook, and Thornlie Curban lines usually operate as three-car sets, while services on the Yanchep and Mandurah line operate as the full six-car set. These trains can occasionally be seen on the Midland, Armidale, and Fremantle lines, and the same situation as the Ellenbrook Airport and Thornlie Curban lines, and can only run as three-car sets due to the short platform lengths only being able to handle the maximum of four cars. But on special event days, the Ellenbrook and Thornlie Curban lines transform to six-car sets. For the Ellenbrook line, it's for the Perth Roller Show, happening annually at the Claremont Showground, with these services stopping at all Ellenbrook line unique stations, then running express to East Perth, and for some reason I forgot to mention Perth, then running express to Showgrounds and terminating at Platform 3. I'm pretty sure this is wrong because I haven't been at the station to see for myself. But platform 2, the south platform, furthest to the south, is for trains to Fremantle. And then the platform in the middle should be platform 1 for trains to Perth. And then the bay platform is platform 3. So I don't know why it's 1, 3, and 2. It should be 2, 1, and 3. For the Thornlie Curban line, it's for all events happening at Optus Stadium, which I'll explain the six-car service pattern when we get to the C Series. Since early 2016, B Series sets 115 to 126 have been fitted with USB charging ports. These trains feature a mix of 2x2 seating layout in roughly the middle of the car, and the higher numbered B series sets feature a only longitudinal seating layout. The B series quickly became the workhorses of the network, operating network-wide and handling the bulk of daily services. Even today, they remain a key part of the fleet and are among the most common trains passengers encounter. Okay, before we move on to the C series, here I am on set 85, and as you can see on the map, it hasn't been changed and it still has Butler being the terminus of the then Joondalup line. So it's already been about a year and a half and it still hasn't been changed. The C-Series trains are a class of electric multiple units, a part of Alstom's Extrapolis family of trains for Transperth that are being delivered as part of Metronet. These trains operate on the Yanchep and Mandurah lines, with one small exception, which we'll get onto that later. The trains entered service on the 8th of April 2024, and 41 six-car trains will enter service between 2024 and 2029, numbered from 127 to 167. Currently, only 8 sets are in service. The only numbers that are in service are 129 to 136. Since their introduction, there have been many complaints from passengers about the comfort and utility of the model. This includes complaints about the seats, lack of hanging straps, and difficulty on using the door opening buttons. On the 2nd of April 2025, the Transperth social media pages announced that passengers could now pre-select the doors before the train has fully stopped, a feature the A and B series trains already have. Eventually, the Yanchep and Mandurah lines will become C series exclusive, forcing out the B series to operate on the other lines, which will then start the retirement of the beloved A series. On stadium event days, these trains also operate on the Thornlie Curban line, running all stops between Curban Central and Carlisle, then running express to Perth, stopping only at Perth Stadium. A difference of these trains is that this model are a fixed six-car set, with no driver's cabs in the middle, which allows passengers to view the whole length of the train. These trains also have a DMU version and are expected to enter service in 2026 for use on the Australian service to Bunbury, which replaced the old ADP 80Q railcars which were withdrawn in November 2023. The C Series trains form the backbone of Transperth's present and future rail operations. So that brings us up to the present day in 2026, and we have three types of trains on the network. The introduction of the C series has now started the displacement of the B series of the Yanchep and Mandurah lines, which would then start the retirement of the A series. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.